Today we're staying at Harrahs Gulf Coast. We'll be taking Caesars Air. This is a reward I got in my account. It only cost me $50. We're staying there for 3 nights, a Tuesday to a Friday. Let's head to the airport and see how this goes. All right, so let's talk about Harrahs. As far as the casino goes, there's 35,000 square feet and roughly 650 games on the floor. That includes table games as well as slots. So not a huge casino, but it will have everything that you need. They do have a small sports book as well and a small high limit room. I would say this is one of the smaller casino floors that I've been inside. I found myself getting a little bored walking around. There's a lot of the same games, a lot of Dragon Cash, Dragon Link, Mo Mummy, and games like that. As far as how this casino floor stacks up to the rest of Biloxi, I think this is probably my least favorite. I enjoyed Hard Rock and Bow just a little bit more. And then I went over to Golden Nugget as well, and that floor, it was much bigger, but it was less lively, I'll tell you that. The casino floor here, there was a lot of people. It seemed like everyone was having fun, so that is one plus to the casino floor being small. The hotel itself has around 500 rooms. From what I could see, they were all kind of the same. It was either a Gulf view or it's not the strip, but it's the road view of the city. And it was either a king or 2 queens. I'm not sure if they have suites or if they offer suites, but I couldn't find any online. All right, here is the Gulf View King room. When you first walk in, you have your bathroom, and then a full-length mirror. And behind that, you have your closet, ironing board, safe, your usual, some hangers. And then going into the room, to the left, we have a dresser with 3 pretty large drawers. And then you have your mini fridge in here with 2 waters. Then you have your 2 cups for coffee and your ice bucket. And then we have your bed, king size bed. It is not made because I had to sleep here the night before due to our flight being delayed 8 hours. So bed is pretty comfortable, comes with 4 pillows and then your little sham pillow. And then on your sides, you have 2 hanging, let's see if these open. They do not open, they're just side tables with lamps. You have your phone. Then on the other side, same thing, lamp. And then back here you have a USB, and regular outlet, as well as the thing to turn on the ambient light behind the bed. Moving over, you have your 2 chairs and a small table with a view. It's very humid outside, but you can see the ocean. I'm on the 7th floor, so I believe there's only 8 floors here. Then moving over here, you have your desk, seat, little lamp area, as well as a small little coffee maker. They do supply you with more cups, some more coffees, and some cream and sugar and all that. And then on the wall, you have your 50-inch TV, very nice. And then let's check out the bathroom. In the bathroom, you have your 1 sink, your mirror, some towels below, a hair dryer, your toilet, and then you have your tub shower combo. It does come with some conditioner, shampoo, and body wash, or should I say, it should. Mine are pretty empty. As well as you have one of these mirrors in here, pretty standard. Let's see if it works. It does. And that is the King Golf room here at Harrahs. All right, so here's some things I will say about this room. It is very worn, and I'll show you right here. So just like the edges of the carpet just don't look too clean. I mean, it's fine. It just doesn't look too great. And then as well as all the furniture here is just very worn. The seat to the desk, just worn. And then as well as the sham pillow, just holes. And then over here, you know, it's not too crazy. You get what you pay for. It's just small little things. Now the bathroom was pretty clean, other than when I first walked in on the soap dispenser here in the shower, there was a used soap here. So, I don't know, man. I just feel like they could have done a little bit better. Everything is just a little worn, tired, and doesn't look too crazy clean. So, keep that in mind when booking. As far as food goes, there are a few different places here, around 6 or 7 different places. There is the Blind Tiger, which is out on the coast, overlooking the water. And then in their mini food court, there is Beach Walk, Port 17, and Steak and Shake. I did have Steak and Shake in the morning. I got a sausage, egg, and cheese and a hash brown that came with it. It was around $13 or $14. It was very greasy, so if you're into that, you might like it. If you're not into that, you definitely won't, because it was pretty greasy. On top of that, they do have a Starbucks in the building, but it is only open from like 5 a.m. until 2 p.m. and then it closes. So if you want coffee, you're gonna have to get it on the casino floor or one of the other places that offer coffee. For dinner, I went over to the Magnolia House, which is their steakhouse inside of Harrahs. For the dinner service, it did start off with 2 bread rolls. They were pretty good. And then for my main course, I got a New York strip. I got it done medium, and that's how they cooked it. It was very, very good. And then my side, I ordered lobster mac and cheese. It was filled to the brim with lobster. I highly recommend this place. When I looked it up on Google, it had very bad reviews on bad service, but I thought the service was great. I sat at the bar, and she was also taking orders from all around the bar, not just at the bar seating. She was doing a great job, so A+ on that. Food was great, came out super fast, less than, I don't know, 15 minutes. So A+ on that. I think my total bill came out to $77. With tip, it was around $95. And I would say it was pretty much worth it. Harrahs does have a spa, pool, and fitness center. Fitness center is pretty small. You have to go through the spa to get to the fitness center. Looked like pretty old equipment. I would say maybe 6 to 10 years old on their equipment, but it did look like it was in pretty good shape, but the gym size was very small. As far as the pool goes, it was pretty rough. It was very clean, I'll tell you that. It was very clean, but it was just everything was so worn out. I have a clip I'll insert of me at the pool after being in the pool for about 30 minutes to give you my experience. So right now I'm out here at the pool, and so here's what I'll say about it. The hot tub, very good temperature, but the whole entire thing needs to be re-lined. Like all the liner is like floating. So when you're stepping, you're not like stepping on actual ground. You like step on the liner and then the liner goes down. So, so that needs to be redone. And then the pool liner as well is pretty bad as well. But a lot of the tiles that are going around the pool are also like off. And then they put some type of like rock on the ground that's like has rubber on it too, so when you're walking it doesn't hurt. All of that is coming off the ground as well. So honestly, this pool is just tired. It's just tired. The whole entire place needs to be upkept. So that's my update on the pool. As far as entertainment here goes, I don't believe they have a theater. They do have what they call the Great Lawn, which is across the street. It's just this big area where apparently they put on concerts and stuff, but I believe that's during the summertime. So there's nothing going on right now as it is mid-November. They have the 406 Club, which is the sports bar area, but it's just a bar. It's not like entertainment. But as far as entertainment goes, that's about it. There's really not much to do on this property. As far as my stay here, I believe I'm not gonna give it a good grade. The bed was nice, very comfortable. The pillows seemed like they were brand new, but everything else in this room felt pretty beat down. On top of that, the walls here are super thin, so you can hear everything everyone is saying on both sides of the room, even when they're talking. The water pressure in the shower was meh. I'd give it like a 3 out of 10. Just overall, just not an enjoyable place to stay. I guess the pros for this place would be maybe like the food, but even then, like Monday through Thursday, a lot of the places aren't open. And then on top of that, a lot of the places don't serve like breakfast and lunch and dinner. It's just like they either serve dinner or they serve breakfast or they just serve lunch. So it's very hard to find places to eat. The only place that's open 24 hours is Steak and Shake, and that can get very old very quickly. As well as the location of it. You're far from Bow and you're far from Hard Rock, and you're about a 9 to 15 minute walk from the Golden Nugget, as well as Margaritaville, which I don't believe has a casino. It just has the Fun Pier Park. And then you're another about 15 minutes away for a walk from Palace, which is a completely smoke-free casino resort. While here on this day, I did go check out those places. Palace was pretty cool, and from what I heard from people in there and riding the trolley that goes all around to all the different casinos, they have the best buffet in the city. And if you sign up for the rewards program, and I think it was like something small, it was like 5 tier credits, you got half off the buffet. So if you are coming here, I would definitely check out those places. Not a far walk, and it wasn't very sketchy either. Didn't bother me, the neighborhood was fine. For this trip, we did take the Caesars Air Reward. I did only pay $50 for this, so not a bad deal for $50. It was a Tuesday to Friday. We were supposed to get in Tuesday at 2 p.m. and our plane ended up being delayed 8 hours, so we did not end up getting to the hotel until around 9:30 p.m. So we did waste an entire day not being here. But Caesars looked out for us and they gave us a $100 food and beverage credit or room credit, so we could charge anything back to our room up to $100 and they'll pay for it. As far as the flight went smooth. We had a rescue crew come. They were super nice, super thankful to them because they came out of like Minnesota or something, and they basically got woke up and told they had to go, and they went. So shout out to them with Sun Country, and then shout out to Caesars for giving us $100 for the wait. I know they really didn't have to do anything for us because a lot of us didn't pay a lot to come on this. Once you land on the flight, you come downstairs out of the airport and they hand you your envelope, and it comes with a letter that tells you what time you need to be down at the lobby for pickup to leave, as well as your player's card and 2 room keys. And then we got a flights only happy hour that we were invited to. I did not go. I was down the road at Bow for a night, so I did miss out on that, but nice to have in the book. After you pick up that, you head over to the bus area where you get put on a bus and they take you right here. We got off the bus and then they had beer, cocktails, and water waiting for us when we got off the bus, and then we could go to our room and do whatever we want. If you had a check bag, you could leave it at the airport and they would bring it straight to your room. I don't usually fly with a check bag, so I just had my carry-on, but I know a lot of people didn't have carry-ons and they love the service that they provide. Now, would I recommend Harrahs Gulf Coast to you? Well, that really depends on what type of player you are, what type of gambler you are, and what type of amenities you enjoy. I would say Harrahs is more of a lower end place. I'm sure it does have its perks for some people. For me, it just wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't find it fun. There's not a lot of stuff on property, but If you do get this offer as an air reward through Caesars and it's less than $100 per person, I would highly recommend doing it just to come for the experience and checking out all the other casinos here in Biloxi. I will say, with everything not being that great, the service and staff was A+. Everyone was super nice. I met the casino manager. He was super cool, super lively. Everyone here answered your questions. Everyone wanted to have actual conversation with you, not like a, hey, how you doing type conversation. So it seemed like everyone here was happy. Everyone was in good spirits, super nice, and the service here was A+. So I will give them that. My overall rating for Harrahs is probably gonna be a 3 out of 10. Thinking of it as if I came here and I was staying at Beau Rivage, would I come down here just to gamble or come check out this place? Probably not. I would probably stay down there and jump between there and Hard Rock. But you guys can decide if you enjoy, I would say, like Harrahs in Las Vegas. I'm sure this property will be fine for you. Well, that's all I got for you guys. I wish this was a better review, but I know these places are gonna be hit and miss wherever I go. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button if this video helped. Subscribe to the channel if you wanna see more, and comment down below the next place I should go and stay and review. I'll see you guys on the next one.